how you doing? So today is going to be the last official video of the old workspace. We're moving, and today's going to be the last video. That's because this weekend we start moving out of here. Got the contents of the house mostly gone. I have not touched the basement workshop at all, and that's going to start this weekend. So what's happening right now is I got the wood burner out and loaded. I got a load of firewood on the trailer. So I'm going to take all that out first thing in the morning. Then I'm going to work it. I'm going to have to pick up some flue pipe and all that stuff to get the wood burner set up. My goal is to have the wood burner up and running tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening sometime. So should be burning wood tomorrow at some point. Now I'm going to clean up the wood burner, give it a paint job. I got to split some wood, which my log splitter is not running right now. So my choices is either an axe or a chainsaw. And I got my 4910 on the truck, so probably go with the 4910 a lot. I'm thinking about even making a video with it, showing you how the performance of that saw has increased over time since I've had it. So I think we might go ahead and do that. See, when I first got the saw, it ran one way. Now that the saw's broke in, it's running better. And I was thinking about showing you guys how much better it's running now after it's been, good and well broke in. So I think we might go ahead and do that. Probably gonna do all that tomorrow. But then Saturday, so we're gonna spend the night there tomorrow. And then Saturday, come back in, and the plan for Saturday is to get another load from here. So this second load will come from the basement. It's going to be entirely workshop stuff. And then Saturday, get it back out there, work at getting it unloaded, and probably Saturday night or Sunday or something, start working at putting that other shop together. Because as I move this one out, I need to put the other one together all at the same time. I don't want to just sprawl it out all over the floor, if you know what I mean. So as I bring stuff in, I'm going to try to get it somewhat organized and put away. Otherwise, I could end up with a train wreck in the end that I just don't want to look at. You know what I mean? So, it's going to be a process. But I'm going to start on the other side of the room where all the junk is, all the parts, all that stuff. And then I'll work my way across and take it, a load at a time. I don't have enough boxes or totes to handle all the little stuff, so I don't know when I'm going to figure out. This is the kind of stuff garbage bags won't work for because it's too heavy. So, we'll see what happens. We'll get it out of here. Now, the other shop, I need to put in shelving. I don't have any shelving out there. So I have these metal racks you see behind me. I actually have 4 of those, and they're actually designed where you can put this one here, put another one on top of it, and run them straight up. And I might do that route. I'd rather not. I'd rather put shelving up on the walls and get everything up and away. You know what I mean, up on the walls and stuff. So we'll see how that develops. I'd have to go get some lumber, which, do I do it with 2x6s, or do I do it with 1x6s? Or do I just get sheets of plywood and make the shelving out of that? I don't know. I'm thinking 1x6s. Well, 2x6s will probably be the easiest, because then I don't have to worry about so much about the flex in the center of the shelf. You know what I mean? The span between posts is 10 feet. So I might go 2x6s, but I might also do 1x6s. I don't know. We'll see how that develops. Which I got to remember to take my screw gun with me. Got a lot of work going on here. Now, where we're at in the move, the second floor is pretty much done. So we are living on the first floor right now. So we have some mattresses in the living room. There is no furniture in the living room at all. It's just some mattresses, and that's how we're living. That's our couch, our bed, everything. So, we're getting there. The second floor, I'm almost done painting it. And it's about done. We're actually getting to that point where we're gonna have to move out of here and start staying out of the house here, because I don't want to mess up the room as they're done. You know what I mean? So the second floor is almost done, and I got everybody staying down here so that, you know, it doesn't get messed up as I finish it. See, another thing is, like, all the bedrooms, they're good as far as carpet and everything. I'm going to scrub them. I have a pretty good carpet scrubber, so I'm just going to scrub everything up as it gets painted. But the hallway carpeting is shot. The carpeting down the steps is shot. So I went ahead and pulled all the carpet up the steps. I'm going to pull it out of the hallway too. And the carpet we have in the living room, I'm going to do something that probably a lot of people wouldn't. But the carpet in our living room is probably, I don't know, 8 months old, maybe. So I'm just going to pull that carpet up and move it up to the hallway and cut it and put it in up there, put it, you know, down the steps and everything. That's because when I bought the carpet for the living room, I bought it at like one of those, you know, like wholesale places where you just got rolls of carpet. And here the carpet was a little too small, and I ended up having to put a seam in at the worst spot. So I think what I'm going to do is just move that carpet up there and get it looking good up there, and then go ahead and get a good fresh piece of carpet for the living room. That way, you know, it should, I'm hoping it works out that way, and it saves me a little money. I'll just move it up there, scrub it, and hopefully, you know, it looks good in the end. It should. It's only like 8 months old, so, you know, it might be a little bit dirty now, but I think it'll clean up pretty good. But I'm thinking here in the next couple of weeks, probably 2 weeks or so, the second floor of the house should be done. I'm going to be moving into the first floor to get it done. Now, we do have an official move date for the other property. Well, basically, the kids start school out there February 20th. So that's going to be our official date at the new property for the kids going to school, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be done here. I still going to have a lot of work to do here. It's probably going to take me till April or May to get through everything to get this place ready to sell. It's a lot more work when you're moving out and preparing to sell the place. You know, you got a lot of tiny little things you got to fix that you just kind of put off, you know what I mean? Plus all your junk and everything. So I'm kind of doing everything all at the same time. And on top of all that, when we're moving into the other property, you know, it was my dad's place. So a lot of his stuff was still there. So we're having to clean that house out in the process. And that's why we keep spending the night there. When we go out, we'll spend the night and work at cleaning that house out. It's been a lot of work, I'll tell you. But I don't think we'll be done with this place until probably April or May, until, you know, things start to settle down. It's been a challenge, I'll tell you that. A lot of work. But one thing I want to add here is, so we got the wood burner out, but there's still another wood burner here. My first wood burner I ever put in here was not a very efficient one. It was it's a Schrader, I believe, and it was a fireplace insert. That's what I used for my first wood burner. Not the most efficient thing, but it's still here, and I got to get it out. But before I do that, I think I'm going to offer it. If somebody wants to come and get it, they can have it for free. So the challenge is moving it up the steps. If they want to come and get it, they can have it for free. Just got to move it up the steps. And once it's out, it's theirs. So if any of you are near the Altoona, Pennsylvania area and you want a wood burner, here it sits. Come and get it. But if it heads up nobody coming to get it or whatever, then I'll have to move it out. It'll probably be one of the last things I do. I even have a motorcycle engine over there too that I do have to get out, which weighs probably 300 pounds or so. So that's going to be the other heavy item that I need to get out of here. So those are the two big heavy items I got to get out. Motorcycle engine and the wood burner if nobody comes and takes it. Now that other wood burner, I moved it out. It probably weighs, I'm guessing, 600 pounds. I got it out, so I'm sure I could get this other one out. And the motorcycle engine weighs like half that, so I don't anticipate any problems. Now, the motorcycle engine's on like a furniture dolly, so hopefully I can just put like a ramp up the steps and just wheel it up. Maybe with some assistance, some help or whatever, but we'll see how she goes. Well, I just got interrupted by the furnace running, so now I lost my place. But we'll just move on, and I'll just mention that chainsaw projects have pretty much stopped for the move. So there aren't really updates to give you, except that any chance I get, I am breaking some saws in and running them or whatever. But as far as the projects go, yeah, they're it's pretty much at a standstill right now. I have the one that I was doing the how to port a chainsaw series on, and then the 410 here, and I got one to build for Bodie yet, and I got one for Andrew I want to build, and then the rest of it is all for myself. So that's kind of where we're at for chainsaw projects. But I will say in the future content is going to change. Just be prepared for that. It's gonna start being a little more about everything. So chainsaws are just one thing, one aspect of my life, and I'm going to start bringing in more aspects of my life. So you're going to start seeing more stuff. Whenever I start working on the old Ford tractor, we're going to start, we're going to have some videos on that, and so forth. Whenever I start figuring out what I'm going to do with that extra property, try to earn some revenue off of it, there's going to be some videos on that. So just be prepared. The content of this channel is going to start expanding. I might even change the name. I'm thinking about just taking it all the way down to just Smitty's. That's one of the reasons I had these stickers made up that just said Smitty's on them. Because I think that might be what I'm going to do here in the future, just because the content of the channel is going to expand a little wider, if you know what I mean. So just be prepared for that. I'll still always do chainsaws, so you don't need to worry about that. I'll still be a home collector of chainsaws and still be building some stuff and everything. But as far as my builds go, once I get this one for Andrew and this one for Bodie done, the stuff for myself is going to be more, I'm basically going to be looking for more higher performance type of builds. So we'll see. We'll get into that stuff later down the road, but that's kind of where I want to head with my chainsaw content, is basically building extreme hot saws, like competition style or stuff like that. Racing world. The YouTube world is pretty beat down as far as firewood builds go, and I decided that I want to go one step further, if you know what I mean. They're the difficult projects, so that's kind of where I want to head. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. There's a million channels out there building firewood builds, and I feel like you don't need another one. You know what I mean? So you're basically going to see chainsaw videos on my collection of home lights or whatever, just a nice old collection of home lights, or we're going to start, working on trying to build some of the hotter ones, full on racing. Probably going to do a lot of stuff with vintage saws, trying to turn them into extreme racing saws. But, you're going to see modern saws get into the equation as well. You're going to see some techniques that I have not seen anybody do. So, because we're looking for horsepower. If I can get 15 horsepower out of a 70cc saw, is that something that's even possible? We don't know, but I'm going to try to do it. There's a lot of things out there that I can talk about. It'll be more high performance, and it should be quite interesting. But that's basically where the content's headed, and we're going to see a lot of stuff here, a lot of cool stuff, I think. And that's why you see me starting to push some saws out that I've had here for other people. That's because we're getting ready to transition into the new phases of the channel. So stick around. It should get interesting in the future. Going to be building custom pipes, building custom saws, whole 9 yards, high RPM builds. And there's my furnace running again. So, you know, I got the programs, the computer programs to do it. So that's where we're headed. But I'm going to go ahead and let that continue, and I'm going to end this with this video, and I'll say see you on the next one. Later.